What is up, everyone? This is James at Lock in the Value talking to you today about the wonderful world of crypto. So, it appears that we're starting to see the decoupling that we believed was going to happen. S&P 500 is down and it about 0.3%, but over the last 5 days it's been steadily sort of dropping. And we are seeing Bitcoin continue to rise. This is great news. We wanted a decoupling from the stock market because fundamentally stocks are going to crash. They're hyperinflated because of the continuous money printing. So the decoupling is necessary. And there was a really interesting interview with Dan Oliver, who works at, I can never pronounce it, that capital, Mermikin Capital. And he was talking about he talks about the history of markets, and he was discussing the fact that in particular he was talking about gold and the patterns of gold. But he said one thing in this interview that is really worth listening to. Why is that happening?
Transactional value of the dollar going down, that's really well. So I said, it's like, now I'm pretty sure that we're going to have inflationary credit collapse. I'm pretty sure so it's really well better than gold. But it's like
So, right, that's worth listening to. So an inflationary credit crash. Now, what he was discussing was the fact that he believes gold is going to continue to rise, and actually, if there is such a crash, even gold mining companies might do better, but gold will do better because it's a store of value. And the stocks are going to suffer. Just all completely, the stock markets are going to suffer. Now, gold's a store of value. What else do we know is a store of value? Bitcoin. And when the stock markets crash, and everyone is seeing this go as an inevitability in the next year and a half. When they crash, and it will probably be less than a year, probably be before next summer, Bitcoin, gold, silver, all going to rise. But when Bitcoin rises, we know, while the altcoins might sell off for a few days while Bitcoin's having that rise, when Bitcoin plateaus and goes steady for a while, the altcoins are going to run. This is very much the beginning, or we're really starting to get into the flow of this market now. We're at about half the market cap of the all-time high, and Bitcoin, is 65% of its all-time high at this point, or a little more than that, right? So the altcoins have a way to go. They are going to rally, and they are going to rally hard. And we're seeing news more and more and more and more and more of major companies or major businesses that are starting to bring in crypto custody, whether it's banks or PayPal. We're starting to see it super. I mean, this was a nice little story. It's not a major thing. Ethereum 2.0 is being delayed a little bit. It will probably be in mid-November now. But I was sort of expecting that. But Venezuelan supermarket chain Excelsior Gamma is now accepting Bitcoin. Ethereum, Binance, Dash, Litecoin, DAI, Tether, and XPT as payments for online and delivery payments. Now, that's just a nice little story. Venezuela is right at the head of the game in terms of utilizing cryptocurrencies, in large part because of the effective collapse of their fiat currency. But it's nice to see that that's starting to become part and parcel of their culture and of their payment system that will start translating across westernized countries. Anyone that suggests we're going to get rid of fiat currencies, that's not going to happen, right? Fiat currencies will always remain. However, utilizing cryptos as payment methods and as stores of value like Bitcoin are going to become more and more prevalent. Singapore's largest banks reported launching crypto trading and custody. This is big news again. So DBS is launching cryptocurrency trading and custody, as well as a platform by conducting security token offerings. So again, another big story of banks getting in on crypto. You know, we are in England, we are really behind on this. We need to speed up massively. I'm really surprised we've not seen some of the banking giants in England sort of jumping on this in the UK. But this decoupling is starting. It's not completely done yet, but we are in the process of Bitcoin decoupling from the stocks. And the stocks are going to have a good month next month, regardless of who wins the presidential election. You know, we've got 5 days or so before, or 6 days before that. And then we've got to see what the hell happens in it. You know, is anyone going to challenge? I'm presuming both will challenge, like, you know, whoever loses is going to challenge the results. But while the polls are all suggesting Biden, there seems to be a lot of the analysts believing that that Trump's going to win, largely based on data points such as gun sales. You know, when gun sales and gun ownership is very high, it tends to be reflected in Republican voters, and those people that register to vote that own guns tend to vote for Republicans, and that is one of the data points that analysts have spoken about. So we'll see what happens. Either way, once there's stability and the election is done, stock markets will rise, and I think that will inevitably cause a run for the cryptos. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm really bloody excited. You know, we're finally getting really in the flow of things. You know, I know a lot of currencies, a lot of my holdings have taken hits this month and last month. I'm not massively concerned at all. It's like, it sucks to see, but I'm not actually concerned. I think there's going to be a very, very nice run next month and December. They're both traditionally very good months for crypto. So, you know, stack your satoshis, pack your bags, and get ready for this journey, because it's going to be a good one. Now, one crypto project I am starting to get quite enthusiastic. I'm doing a bit of reading about it, but I'm going to do a full video on it. Probably tomorrow, to be honest, is Fusion. So if anyone has any questions or any comments on Fusion, please write in the comments section. I had a couple of questions about Celsius Network and BlockFi yesterday. Celsius Network, I'm very bullish on. I'm very, very bullish on Celsius Network. When the market crashed, like when Bitcoin crashed and dropped to like 4 grand within 24 hours, most companies liquidated their positions on Bitcoin, or liquidated customers' positions on Bitcoin. Celsius Network didn't liquidate a thing, and that is down to the success that they have in managing investments and managing the collateral that big companies use to invest with them. And I think it's going to be very interesting to see how Celsius does over the coming months. I think it's going to be very, very, very strong. There was, in fact, the co-founder of Celsius was on YouTube. He was having an interview with the crypto influence, BitBoy Crypto. And the owner of the co-founder of Celsius was having an interview with him. I recommend you check it out and actually listen to the guy. He's very, very clever. It's very, very interesting, and you might get some more insight into Celsius. If you decide to move investments to Celsius, use the code in the description, because you get yourself an extra $20 if you've got $200 plus of holdings. But that's it from me today. Yeah, video on Fusion tomorrow, I think. But yeah, any comments on it? Write them in. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.